Well, happy 2023. Thanks for clicking on this video. I am re-recording this intro in the studio because when I started the run this morning, I had a terrible clicking noise and it sounded absolutely awful. So here I am running in where I've moved to. I haven't been on YouTube for about 3 or 4 months because I've recently moved house and I've moved to the Cambridgeshire Fens, which, as you can see, is a pretty crazy flat area. Anyway, I'll cut back to myself in the video for a little bit of an exclamation of where I am.
This is probably the biggest agricultural area in the UK. Most of it's farmland, and most of it back in the day, and I mean way back in the day, was actually underwater. It was all sort of marshland, and they drained it. There's these super long drains that they call them, and it's now really good farmland for agricultural sort of farming. There's a lot less places for me to run than I used to run where I lived in Northamptonshire before, but I'm still obviously going to be travelling around the country for my job. I travel up and down the country a lot, so I will be running in lots of different places all over the UK, hopefully. So I hope you continue to follow me on my little adventures around the UK as well as the races. So the first thing in the diary is on the 8th of April, and it is a guided trail run. It's pretty long guided trail run. It's 22 miles and it's based in Norfolk. It's over the place called the Paston Way, done by a company called Escape Trails that are based in Thetford Forest. That's the first one. I was quite intrigued by that, to see what it'd be like. I forgot how much of a faff it is running with all this stuff. Next on the 2023 race calendar, I'm hoping to meet up with a fellow trail running YouTuber called Ash, and you should really check out his YouTube channel, Skinny Legs, Barefoot Shoes. What a genius name that was. He is attempting to run his first ever ultra marathon on the 14th of May at the Spires and Shires event. And that's where I met him 2 years ago when we were both running our first ever ultra marathons. And we both follow each other on YouTube. Big shout out to Ash. Always love your videos, mate. Always love your passion and your love for running. I look forward to seeing all your plans for this year, and I really hope we do make it to the start line together in May. My third event of the year is one that I'm going to do myself at the end of June, and it's inspired by a video that I did when I was injured, I don't know, about 18 months ago, when I was doing a few reaction videos of trail running videos online. One of the reaction video that I'm going to cut to right now was on the St Cuthbert's Way.
Guys, we're on the St Cuthbert's Way now.
The St Cuthbert's Way. I've got to make a note of that, because even though I probably would struggle to run across it, I could definitely walk across it. It looks amazing.
We're going to hire an electric camper van in June, and I'm going to run along the St Cuthbert's Way on the Scottish borders, 64 miles over 3 days. And now finally my A race, my main focus trail run for the year, is probably one of the most iconic ultramarathons in the UK. Well, it's probably rated as being Britain's favourite ultramarathon. It's not the hardest by far, but it's the most popular, and that is the Race to the Stones. It's been on my radar for a few years. It goes along Britain's oldest footpath, the Ridgeway. It is apparently a stunning course, and it's one I've always had my eye on ever since I started doing trail running and ultra marathon running. So Race to the Stones is 100k. I'll be going back to the Christie Mail book, running your first ultra, following her training plan for a 50 mile or 100k. I like the variety that she has in her training. So I'm a bit distracted because I've never ever been here before. You can see it's an old railway track, can't you? Back in the day, used to be a railway line. And now they've obviously turned into a bit of a nature reserve. Mostly for people walking their dog. And people like me, trail running. Anyway, Race of the Stones is my A race this year in July. So I do hope you follow me this year on my build up. I hope you enjoy watching me on the day as I take on my second ever 100k. One of the main reasons for doing this YouTube channel is to create a tribe of trail runners that I can talk to on a regular basis. So my poor wife, who's not a runner, doesn't have to hear me waffling on about stuff because she's not that interested in it. We all know what it feels like. So, with that in mind, if you're a trail runner, what plans have you got for 2023? Let me know in the comments below. I will really look forward to reading all about them, and I'm sure to reply. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on my first run of the year. I'm really looking forward to the new year of trail running. It's been such a long time since I made a video. I appreciate you clicking on that video, on that play button, and I appreciate it even more if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button as well, because that helps me with the algorithm. So for now, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.